Hey everybody, we're back at Universal Orlando. And look at this, 3 parks, soon to say 4 parks. We're back at the regular, or old school Universal. Epic Universe today. About 3 miles or so the other direction. We're not going there today. We're back to the area that has moving walkways that aren't so moving. Epic is getting close to being like grand opening ready here on May 22nd. We've done the Epic thing a couple times. We uploaded one video. We thought about going to Epic today, but like half the stuff is closed and it's getting closer to grand opening, and the weather, very iffy. So, we're going old school here. We haven't been here in months, I feel like. Some new things happening over here. Not a lot, but mostly store related, including the opening of this Super Nintendo World store here on CityWalk. This is formerly like the surf shop where you'd be able to cut through and get to the other part of CityWalk. Little DK and Mario. More construction stuff happening over here by the escalator. Over here we've got Luigi and Princesses and Toad. I gotta be honest, I'm too lazy to go up the escalator to show you the front of Red Coconut because we've all seen it before, but the rumor is Red Coconut for Halloween, it could potentially be like Lady Gaga themed. We're going in Super Nintendo World. It's a store. A lot of the same merch that we've seen in other places here too. I like the pipes. I got the Player 1, Player 2 stuff, and things from Donkey Kong Country. Yoshi slippers. And you got Mario Kart stuff over here too, including the keychain for the Universal Trophy. I like that shirt a lot. I just hate ringers. And you can get your Universal trophies here instead of spending the money to go to Epic Universe. You can either get this black and white Bowser shirt or similarly in color Mario. Peach is in the house. You like Toad? You get a little remote controlled car for Mario. Where's some Hot Wheels? How much do they charge for Hot Wheels here? $15, yo. Come on, go to Target and get this. Don't buy this here. They got more Boo stuff. I want all the Boo stuff. Look at this little Boo. Little Boo. Oh. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's not a bubble. It's a blue light up wand. Ooh, they have the hat that matches the shirt that I'm wearing. And they have the shirt and the sweatshirt here. Yeah. I could be your stylish model. I love this shirt. I also have this, but it has not been cold enough to put this on yet.
Now this is cute.
That's really cute too. I love Boo.
This is my girl's shirt.
They've got the various heads here.
I like the
fanny packs. And we do have other like regular Universal stuff here too. Back to the Future, Simpsons, How to Train Your Dragon up there. And then in here, Harry Potter. Ooh. Time Turner popcorn buckets.
Oh, it even has it's in it. There you go. You just turn it over.
Wow. Wow. And they have gold butterbeer steins. Oh, it's made out of metal. Like Lieutenant Dan's legs. Oh, that's cute. And they have like the refreshed version of the butterbeer mug here. This is not plastic, this is glass.
We have plastic.
Yeah, feels like very much would break in my possession.
That's cute.
That's all right.
That's cute.
They have these things again, and these were on clearance for a while at the Brown Derby store for like, I want to say like under $10. You get a butterbeer shirt and butterbeer, ceramic, all kinds of butterbeer decorations. And in the back there, you can actually get butterbeer not in Harry Potter anymore. You can just get it on CityWalk. So you can get cold or frozen butterbeer here, not hot. And we'll continue forward here. More Potter wands. You can get that nibbler bag.
Oh, this is one with a little cup. Water bottle.
You can put your stuff in there. They have all the wands here on display, so you can see like which ones might you like. Oh, this is like an updated version of the wand that we have.
Oh yeah.
And then you kind of go through and you can cut through to the other end of the store to get some air conditioning if you're coming through here. The rest of the existing store is down that way too. We've made it out of the store. We did not purchase a single thing. Now I would say the goal is kind of to try to make it through both parks today before it rains. Just walk through, maybe get on a ride or two if we can. Also see what's new. This is all a little ominous though. So, anywho, there's no medallion here. Nothing happening here. It's the non-themed part of the year. Pretty soon though, I mean surprisingly soon, Halloween Horror Nights. We say surprisingly soon, but legitimately 3 months from now, Halloween Horror Nights will be opening up. What are the properties for Halloween Horror Nights? Nothing's been announced yet. There's some strong rumors though. We could talk about them as we're walking around here. So as we come into the park, this photo place, the former photo place, still hasn't been converted to the candy place, which is moving across the street. It feels incredibly hot in here compared to CityWalk. So we come in, Wicked store is still here. Give you an idea of wait times here. The movie parade is at 2 o'clock today for some reason. So while we have the Wicked store here in sight, I should mention like Wicked, strongly rumored that it will be part of expansion efforts within Universal Resort. Not exactly tied to Epic at this point. Perhaps here. Some might say like, ay caramba, when they hear that news. I don't know. Until last year at this time when this parade started, like this place was packed. I'm not sure everybody knows like the parade's coming through at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It used to be later in the day. We'll see what's happening in the 5 and Dime. Air conditioning is happening in the 5 and Dime. And the creature. And more creature stuff. And more creature stuff. And the actual creature. Hello Kitty. Hello Chucky. Ghostbusters. Drac. This is Ghostbusters denim jacket. Slimer stuff. Shirts, hoodies, cars. Oh, the photo op from outside Monsters Cafe is here with the electric chair. That's awesome. Homer's out. Bart is out.
No, I said, why are you not in?
We need help with our taxes.
I'm so glad, because this is not as lucrative as it looks. Listen, I'll go get started on the paperwork. I'll come right back, okay?
today. That is a bummer. Yes, that's how everyone should be marching along. This guy wins for today. And so there is no summer tribute store this year. We're gonna dip into Williams of Hollywood because they have a Passholder and team member store instead. So they were using the Brown Derby. Oh, look at this, it's it's Wario actually. They were using the Brown Derby store to like clearance out all of their stuff, and now they're just doing it here. 60% off all of the merch that's in this store. Today's Show shirts, 60% off of 30 bucks. So they had been doing garage sales like a couple times a year. This kind of alleviates the need to do any garage sales. You just sell all of your merch throughout the year in the store. But the bummer is no summer tribute. They did put like old props in here though. So you got like a Earl the Squirrel and Christmas stuff up here, and the phone booth that was outside that used to be used in the Bill and Ted show. More Major Sweet stuff, props, dinosaur hats and Mardi Gras and Halloween masks, and the King Gator popcorn buckets that I told everyone not to pay full price for because they would be on clearance, and here they are, 60% off. Oh no, the charms that I did pay full price for are here. Christmas, it's only 8 months away, seven. They have Towley is over here. They have the schematic for Islands of Adventure Tower. All kinds of stuff up on the walls in here. Skull Smash, Pumpkin Plinko. Potter stuff is all on clearance. So these shirts are $40 a piece, but 60% off. 24 bucks, right? Off of 40, so $16. I have this guy from one of my favorite tribute stores. All of the Minions, like the Vicious Six stuff in here. Look at Earl's Tree Farm. Little Boo. Marvel stuff, you can get a Loki bag or purse. Spidey stuff. Miles Morales Spider-Man. You can get that Miles bag. You got Spooky Earl and the ad for when they were doing the comics. More stuff up on like the plant shelves or shelving here, including 3D Monsters and Jack, the Caretaker, Storyteller, the Director, and over there you got Wolfman and Mummy. So essentially a ton of stuff that went and moved off of the shelves, and it continually just keeps getting added to these discount stores. So we're gonna take a minute and just stop and say hello to Jack and Caretaker in the Hollywood Makeup Show, or Horror Makeup Show rather. And we can talk a little bit about Halloween Horror Nights. What do you guys think is coming? There's a lot of rumors out there already. We haven't really necessarily been paying all that much attention to it lately. Because honestly, I'm not gonna be here for opening weekend. The Horror Nights is the first time in more than 10 years we won't be here opening weekend, but we'll be in New Jersey for Oasis. So houses wise, it was a very popular movie last year. Third in a franchise with a terrifying clown, not Jack. It's strongly rumored that that clown could make an appearance this year. Maybe even go beyond just an appearance and maybe be like the title character. Hey Lon, how you doing, buddy? What else has been strongly rumored? Well, let's just say my mother and I had a fallout not that long ago about how much time I was spending playing video games. But we opened up a can of Nuka-Cola and worked it all out. So while we're talking about Horror Nights, did you realize that next month in June, there's a Friday the 13th happening? Friday the 13th happens in June this year. I wonder, does it happen in August also? There has to be a Friday the 13th that may be happening in the fall. I don't know, it kind of feels that way. We need to make it across the street. We need to kind of wrestle our way across before the rest of the parade comes. Oh, look at these ducks. There's literally 5 ducks. I wonder if they've ever gone to Freddy's. Those ducks, there was 5 of them. They could have gone to Freddy's. 45 minutes for ET is a definite no. Gabby is out here. Puss in Boots is out here. It looks like they were gonna have an interaction with each other. Do they know each other? Shrek and Donkey are out. Back in DreamWorks area. Shrek's Swamp, the little ogre play place, is open. And we'll dip in by Poe's Kung Fu Training Camp. The splash pad over here is kind of non-functioning at this point. But the Noodle Caboodle is working. And they have fans blowing out some mist. Poe is getting ready to go live in here. Into Springfield, where I fear life is not long for this place. There is talk that Disney wants to do something with The Simpsons over in Hollywood Studios. And, I mean, why not? They own the property now. You'd question how popular could The Simpsons be, but then when you come to the park here, you realize, like, shit slammed. Ooh! I would say I want them, but it's just going to be sitting around like, we have groundskeeper Willie. I think he's in our storage unit. That's literally, I couldn't wait to get him either. If you look back there, you can see like kind of like 2 perma tents for Halloween Horror Nights. Construction has started. And we're back by Men in Black. Crowded back this way too. Lots of walls in the back of the park, opposite Fear Factor. They really have not done anything with this space, except for Halloween Horror Nights. Lots of walls here now for sure. The walls extend all the way around this way too, and you can see Tyvek up there, so they're kind of redoing the bathrooms. And on into London. Still packed in here too. Everyone's pointing their camera up there. He's not growling. I'll be honest, I was gonna call this video, does Universal have an epic problem? Because I figured it was gonna be completely dead here. I've been talking about for weeks or months, like it's gonna be tumbleweeds around the 2 existing parks once Epic opens, and we're just about at Epic Open. I mean, you could buy a ticket for any day that you're going there, and yet Studios Park's packed. Maybe that will shift a little bit once they have their official grand opening, because people already bought tickets. But for now, busy, busy, busy. Bellatrix. Wow, look at this. I'm just using my iPhone, so you can see how low light works here. And this is the 15, not the 16. You can see everything. It's growling. It's gonna do the thing. Here it goes. It did it. Pausing to sit for a moment. My back is screaming as we walk around here. The weather looks really nuts over that way. All kinds of stuff. These guys are filming something here today. So according to alert on my phone, bad weather is incoming within 30 minutes. Professor Dumbledore is just walking around the park. Beat builders covering up all the equipment out here. It's Joel Gertner's Bakery, the quintessential stunt muffin. Over in New York, we have some Coca-Cola specialties here. Tachos. And this is my favorite. This might be one of the greatest snacks in any theme park. They moved the Curious George cab over here. Ironically, no more Curious George in the park. Or his friend. And oh, Rip Ride Rocket, what is going to happen to you? We heard rumors of Fast and Furious, and we heard rumors of Ghostbusters, which makes sense because of the queue. Now we're hearing rumors of Fast and Furious again. There's new static props over here in Gramercy Park. Some Secret Life of Pets. Maybe like static props. I mean, makes sense. And by the way, speaking of Rip Ride Rocket, I was trading messages back and forth with Sam from Expedition Theme Park today because We're talking about, he was saying that Rip Ride Rocket gets a bad rap. It's not a bad coaster. I had to point out that I've literally never been on that roller coaster, ever. I'm way too scared of the fact that this gets stuck going up this hill too often, and I would rather die than have to get out of my car and walk down there. That said, as this ride closes later this year, I do want to ride this for the first time on the last day, because I thought that would be kind of funny. We're gonna head out of the studio side. I think we're leaving just in time because massive thunder in the distance. We got to the car, hey Thunderbug. We got to the car literally in time for the skies to open up, thunderstorm. So once again, we've won one small battle. So I did think, like, you know, it was gonna be a ghost town here, literally, but it definitely wasn't. And people are here in mass, and people are over at Epic Universe in mass, and people keep talking about, like, you know, the lines are too long. They are way too long at Epic Universe, by the way, like the lines, because everything, and I hate saying still, like, in technical rehearsal, because everything is still in technical rehearsal, things are going down repeatedly. Although I'll going to be honest, cards on the table, because a lot of people will enjoy me being honest. I think once it opens, none of that stuff's going to change. Like, things can still be going around. Like, Hagrid's is going down on the regular still, Velocicoaster, everything here, Fast and Furious, like anything and everything, it all has issues. And I foresee it being a major problem at Epic Universe when people are going and it's up to increased capacity. Right now, Epic Universe is like running at like maybe 10,000 guests a day. Opening day, my understanding, is supposed to be somewhere around like 29,000, 30,000. So if the lines are an hour to 2 hours now, and you're gonna, you know, increase the crowds by 2/3 for opening day,
It's gonna be crazy.
yeah, bring packed patience and probably a lot of Gatorade and water, because there's no shade.
And rags,
But,
just to wipe off that sweat you're gonna be having.
But in the meantime, over at Studio Side, the big thing, like, they've announced that there's stuff like, hey, there's more things coming, and I know through the grapevine that there's some more things coming, but it's just a question of how quickly can those things come, because there's usually a pretty significant lead time to be able to build anything. You know, and if you're looking at like Islands of Adventure, which is kind of like half operational at this point, and Studios that doesn't have that many rides to begin with, like, they need more rides. They need people to consider, like, to continue to draw interest to that park. I mean, their timing is pretty good because they only have like a 2 to 3 month lag before Halloween Horror Nights hits, and people are going to be concerned about going to Halloween Horror Nights, you know. But during that time, you really got to take advantage and start building, you know, expansion stuff. And not only at these two older parks, but I would say expansion stuff at Epic also. Epic has a couple of expansion pads out there. There's a couple things that were in the think tank for before the park launched that were scrapped, and for, like, kind of hit the pause button. They need to kind of accelerate and hit those things, and the changes that we've heard about, like potentially coming to Studios and Islands, they need to hit the accelerator on that too. So anyway, it's always a lot of fun. This place is like home to us, so we've been coming here for well more than 20 years at this point. And we will forever keep our annual passes here. So on that note, we're getting out of here. Thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you're watching this anytime around Mother's Day, and I don't know when this will be uploaded, happy Mother's Day to everybody. And next thing for us, we're off to Rockville. So we'll see you guys on the back end of that. Thanks for watching. We beat you, Rain.